Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from DTE Energy and DTE Electric. It's like trying to read a map written in code, but don't worry, we will crack it open. Let's see if their energy projections are glowing or if they're about to blow a fuse. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. This is a Form 8K filing, which is basically a corporate heads up. Companies use these forms to tell investors about big news that could affect their stock. In this case, DTE Energy and DTE Electric are sharing some information, like an upcoming investor meeting and some financial expectations. This report is dated May 16, 2025, so it's telling us about events that happened on or around that date. Think of it as a snapshot in time. We're dealing with two companies here, DTE Energy Company and its subsidiary DTE Electric Company, overseeing everything while DTE Electric is focused on generating and distributing electricity. They both operate mainly in Michigan. The headquarters for both companies is in Detroit, Michigan. This kind of information is important because it tells us where the heart of the business is located. Here's where things get interesting. DTE Energy is planning to meet with investors in May of 2025. During these meetings, they'll be sharing a presentation which they've also made available as part of this report. It's like a show and tell for grown-ups where they explain their plans and financial outlook to people who own or might want to own their stock. DTE Energy is giving a sneak peek at their expected earnings for 2025. This is a big deal because investors use these forecasts to decide whether to buy, sell, or hold the company's stock. However, there's a catch. They mention that some things that could impact their reported results might be left out of these operating results. They're not giving a full detailed breakdown of how they arrived at their earnings forecast. They say it's because some items like unexpected one-time events, adjustments based on market changes, and discontinued operations can be hard to predict. These things could change a lot and have a big effect on the final numbers. It is a bit of a red flag. When a company doesn't give you the full picture, it makes you wonder what they might be hiding, or at least what they're not sure about. The report includes the presentation they're using for the investor meetings. This presentation is like the main course of this filing. It's where they lay out all the details about their plans and predictions. The exhibit is their slide presentation. Now let's jump into the financial tables. DTE Energy has several classes of securities registered, including common stock and junior subordinated debentures. This means they have different ways of raising money from investors. Common stock is what most people think of when they buy a share of a company, but debentures are a type of debt, like a loan that pays interest. DTE Energy's common stock trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol DTE. This is important for investors who want to buy or sell the stock. They also have different series of debentures, DTE, each with different interest rates and maturity dates. For example, one series has a 5.25% interest rate and is due in 2077. Another has a 4.375% interest rate and is due in 2080. The existence of these debentures is not concerning. It is how companies manage capital and lower their tax payments. It contains what are called forward-looking statements. These are basically predictions about the future. The company warns that these predictions are not guarantees and that actual results could be different because of various risks and uncertainties. This is a standard disclaimer, but it's a reminder that things can change. So what's the story here? DTE Energy is keeping investors informed about its plans and expectations, but it's also managing expectations by pointing out the uncertainties involved. It's a balancing act between promoting confidence and being realistic about the future. It gives you enough information to get the gist of what's going on, but not necessarily enough to make a fully informed decision. Now, looking at these filings more broadly, DTE appears to be setting the stage for future growth. While there are some uncertainties, particularly around forecasting specific financial items, the company is actively engaging with investors and providing updates on its strategic direction. However, I would say I'm neutral on this filing. They give you information while leaving the door open to many outcomes. Alright, that's our breakdown of DTE's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.